Hey guys, I'm your host Matt, and we're here to talk about my takeaways from the first 10 days of training camp on the Matt Newton Football Show. Now, the first thing I'd like to comment on is the stars are shining in Miami. And when I say stars, I mean Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Devon Achane, Jalen Ramsey. All of these guys here are performing to the standard that we expect them to play. Jalen Ramsey wants to be there on all the reps, and he wants to make sure that he's involved in every play. And that kind of commitment to being on the field, even at his age, is just a remarkable thing. And the fact that he takes ownership of his responsibility as a leader on the team just makes it all that much more special. The second thing I'm very optimistic about is Jaelen Phillips working out on the side. Jaelen Phillips tore his Achilles in MetLife Stadium against the New York Jets, and it was very devastating for him and the rest of the team. But he's a hard worker, and he was committed on getting back on the field as quickly as possible. Now, with recent reports that he's actually working out with trainers on the side, even though he hasn't been cleared to practice, is just a good sign. This is the kind of progress you hope to get from Jaelen Phillips going into the regular season. And it also takes off some pressure from rookies Chop Robinson and Muhammad Kamara. My third takeaway from this training camp is that Emmanuel Ogbah is looking like Emmanuel Ogbah prior to his injury. When Emmanuel Ogbah was signed by the Miami Dolphins, he was given a 2-year deal, which was really basically a 1-year prove-it deal. And he parlayed that into a lucrative contract extension with the Miami Dolphins. I don't know if he was as much a fit for Vic Fangio's defense, but it seems as though he's turning back the clock in Anthony Weaver's defense. With the surprise retirement of Shaq Barrett, and with Calais Campbell being the only healthy, proven defensive end on the team, it feels great to have Emmanuel Ogbah back into the fold and performing back to his pre-injury self. Number 4, bubble wrap for the veterans. It's great to see Mike McDaniel keeping his veteran team on a maintenance schedule. And I know it's kind of frowned upon by some of the old school guys in the NFL, but it's something that new age analytic people are using more and more to try to preserve the bodies from wear and tear late in the season. And the Dolphins have had their fair share of keeping players healthy later in the season. So it's good to see guys getting a maintenance schedule. Sometimes they're on the practice field, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're on the sideline, but not necessarily getting reps. Guys like Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Jordan Poyer, and other veteran defensive guys, particularly the ones over 30, are getting the kind of attention to their bodies that they need from the coaching staff. Number 5, Patrick Paul has an edge. Patrick Paul is a huge guy. He's 6'7", 315 pounds. I did a video on him early in the offseason, and man, it's great to see him getting into a little fisticuffs with Kader Kohu on a play that, sparked a little bit of frustration on both sides. And Patrick Paul didn't do anything to hurt his diminutive teammate, but he wanted to show he's not taking any BS from anyone on the defensive side of the ball. Number 6, Tua's confidence is soaring, and it's great to see the young quarterback with a brand new contract. His confidence is beaming. You can see it during interviews, interaction with his teammates. Hopefully, this newfound confidence would display itself in the regular season during the games and in the playoffs, because the Dolphins need Tua to perform at his best. Number 7, Tyreek Hill gets his guaranteed money. And Tyreek Hill deserves it. And actually, for all the things that Tyreek Hill does for the team, the Dolphins may have actually gotten a steal. Justin Jefferson is making $35 million a year, and there's no reason why Tyreek Hill couldn't ask for more, since he was the number 1 player on the NFL's top 100. And it's a very esteemed honor for Tyreek Hill, and you can see how much it meant to him to be so highly regarded amongst his peers.
A long time coming. I said I was going to get this since I was a rookie, bro.
And the good news is that Tyreek Hill will be with the Miami Dolphins till the 2026 season. That means Tua, Hill, and Waddle should be playing together in Miami for the next 3 seasons. Number 8, Anthony Weaver's blitz packages appear to be in mid-season form. Up until now, Anthony Weaver's defense has been kind of a mystery. We weren't sure if he's going to go with a heavy zone look, heavy man look, heavy blitz look. But in practice, we got to see Anthony Weaver pull out all his stops and begin to blitz from all areas of the field.
I love Mike. I am not much of a trash talker, particularly to guys that are smaller than me. So, no.
And for the Dolphins, that's great. They have a new system being installed that the rest of the league hasn't seen before. And maybe they can take the league by surprise early in the season until teams start to get some film on them. Number 9. Jalen Ramsey's 10-minute speech to his teammates. Jalen Ramsey implored his teammates this season not to be bullied, but in fact, be the bullies and take it to the other teams. Jalen Ramsey wants the defense to play with a level of physicality that the other team's offense cannot measure up to. And Jordan Brooks today made comments about how he wants the defense to be feared.
You know, pride ourselves on being physical. And I think of any great defense, you have to be physical. We want to be feared. And so
I think man to man, all of these defensive players are in lockstep in wanting to be the kind of defense that imposes their will on the other team. Number 10. Young edge rushers Chop Robinson and Quinton Bell are answering the call. Those guys have been very disruptive in the offensive backfield. Even though those guys have some work to do in terms of setting the edge, it seems as though they have flashed the kind of potential the coaching staff wanted to see. Those guys are pressuring the quarterbacks, forcing sacks, moving quarterbacks out of their spots, and that's the kind of things that you like to see from a young defensive end. Now, once they start setting the edge more consistently, they'll earn more playing time on early downs. Number 11. Devon Achane is catching passes all over the field. Devon Achane is a guy that I really wanted to see the Dolphins expand his game. He's a guy the Dolphins need to get the ball in space.
I feel natural because, like I said, it's not my first time. I'll see if I was new, this is like kind of new to me, like me lying outside, but I feel like, it's something I've been doing for years.
Even if they have to manufacture ways to get him touches, they need to make sure he gets the ball all over the field. And this is something I've been looking forward to since the end of last season. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think impressed you the most so far in this early part of training camp. Leave a comment in the section below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to get all the latest content. And hit the notification bell to get notifications to all your devices from the Matt Newton Football Show.